So one of the symptoms of gadolinium deposition disease is bone pain, and uh, I didn't realize how bad it is because I think the reason women get diagnosed more than men with this condition, and women suffer more than men, is because we know testosterone increases pain tolerance. It's why there's an evolutionary reason for that. But as my testosterone gets lower and lower, and my testosterone, I'm 39 and I'm very obese, and so I've been eating nothing but carbs basically for 10 years, off and on, primarily carbohydrates and processed food, and I haven't had REM sleep in like 10 years or 5 years. I haven't had good REM sleep in probably the last time I had a good night's sleep was when I had my apartment. So that was 10 years ago. So and then the gadolinium. So I have all these risk factors for low testosterone, and then I'm not exercising it in the slightest, and I'm not getting any sunlight. So all my hormones are out of whack, and I can tell my testosterone is low. I just feel weak. I feel weak and tired and emotional, and that's a sign of low testosterone. So no sex drive whatsoever. So I've noticed my bone pain is getting worse. In jail it was really horrible. And I get cold easily. I think that's a thyroid issue. So all these are like diet related and lifestyle related problems. And but I want to talk about the bone pain because it's so bad it prevents me from sleeping. Like I'm laying in bed, I want to go to sleep. I don't actually have a bedtime. I don't really have like a day-night cycle here because that's closely linked to your meal timing. So, and I have erratic, inconsistent access to food, and then I'm not eating the right food. So all my biological systems, cellular systems, are completely dysregulated. And but I want to talk about the bone pain. So I didn't know it could get this bad. I am in so much pain right now. You have no idea. I'm just laying here in bed, and it feels like my bones are being electrocuted. It feels like there's a current running through my skeleton, and all my bones are being electrocuted. And this is a common symptom of gadolinium. It was never my primary issue with gadolinium. For me, it was the headache and the fatigue. That was always my primary issue, and the bone pain was secondary and barely noticeable initially. Barely noticeable for most of the time. Like I don't remember laying in bed with my skeleton being electrocuted like this. But now, because my testosterone is low, I'm feeling the gadolinium. And what exactly is it I'm feeling? Like I heard it described as having your bones scraped or having your bones electrocuted. And that's probably, I also heard it described as dipping your body into a vat of hot oil and being boiled alive or something. That's all. That's what I'm feeling right now. It's my whole body, but I especially feel it in my legs right now. But the reason for this is there's nanoparticles of toxic metal that has replaced calcium in my bones. So my bones, and it's my bones are, my cells are. Pain is a signal to the body that there's something wrong, and my cells are freaking out because there's this toxic metal. It's actually I am built out of gadolinium. It's in my bones. Well, I'm feeling it in my wrist now too. I'm feeling it in my arms. It's everywhere. It doesn't ever go away either. It's persistent, chronic, and so um, and so so basically, when you consume calcium, your body takes that calcium and it puts it into places where calcium's supposed to go. Calcium's supposed to go in your bones and stuff. But I think the cellular machinery that identifies calcium, it mistakes gadolinium for calcium. So it puts the gadolinium where calcium is supposed to go. And I think there's scientific papers on this. So basically, like Wolverine from the X-Men, he's made out of that metal, adamantium, I think it's called. Adamantium. It's a fictional metal in the X-Men universe. I don't know. But my bones are made out of gadolinium now. So it's been in my body for 5 years. It doesn't leave the body. So, because there's no machinery, cellular machinery to remove it. So, this would explain why I had my teeth pulled. I think for whatever when your body takes calcium, it wants to put the calcium into your teeth, into your bones. That's where calcium goes in your body, to make your teeth stronger, make your bones stronger. And so that's why my teeth were so damn painful. And my last 2 teeth are hurting. My last 2 teeth have been hurting the last few days. And I think it's because there's gadolinium in them. There's gadolinium in my teeth. But it's in my bones, and it's in my femur, it's in all my legs, all the bones in my leg, and it's just so damn painful. So once I get on testosterone, it'll raise my pain tolerance. So I'll still have the pain, but I'll be able to tolerate it better, and it won't be crippling. Because right now it's preventing me from working. I'm trying to work. I can't. I'm too much pain. So I'm making this video instead. But so the solution is I have to do chelation, start pulling this gadolinium out of my bones, out of my body. And what chelation does, when you get injected with DTPA, the DTPA is like a magnet, and it causes the gadolinium to stick to the DTPA. And then the DTPA with the gadolinium attached to it, gets excreted by the kidneys. The kidneys can't excrete gadolinium, free gadolinium. They don't have the machinery to do that. But they can excrete DTPA. And if the DTPA is holding gadolinium, then you'll excrete the gadolinium. That's what chelation is. So I wonder if DTPA, Dr. Brent Wagner thinks it doesn't understand how this works. And I read an article where he's saying chelation doesn't work. Well, we know it works. People have reported that it works. And there's a whole lot of people that are recovering from gadolinium. But I'm wondering what the mechanism is. How does the DTPA get into the bones and pull the gadolinium out? And other people are telling me, people that have had many injections, it's hopeless. Because the DTPA can only get to where the blood goes. So I think it makes sense that if you just keep doing, the bone. We know the bones recycle. Like the calcium that's in your bones today wasn't there 10 years ago. I would like to know more about this, but it seems like all the different cells and molecules and atoms of different elements in that make up your body is replenished on a different cycle. Like I don't think there's any cell in your body that's been there for 10 years. Everything's constantly renewing, regrowing, recirculating. So I wonder, as the bones recalcify and shift their contents over your lifetime, perhaps that'll expose the gadolinium that's embedded, I don't know, and then to the bloodstream, then the DTPA. That's why I think it's important to continue doing DTPA throughout your life, even if you're asymptomatic, because you still have gadolinium that's in places where the chelators might not be able to reach. But I'm just in so much damn pain, and so I'm taking ibuprofen. I was alternating between ibuprofen and Tylenol. I noticed the Tylenol caused me to break my foot. It seemed like I started taking Tylenol real heavily, and that's when I gave myself a broken foot. And it's not actually a broken foot. It felt like a broken foot, but it's a bunion. So basically, I have a. I'm not going to show you. Who wants to look at my feet? I mean, if that's your thing, um, we can talk about that. But I'll show you photos of my feet. But yeah, it's just I was taking Tylenol, and I think it caused me to get a inflammatory situation in the joint on my foot, and it's just very painful. And but so yeah, these painkillers, Tylenol, ibuprofen, they're not healthy to be taking these all the time. And I don't know if I should be mixing them or taking them. But I basically, it's intolerable. The bone pain, it's intolerable. Where's the microphone? I'm gonna make sure I'm not covering the microphone. It's intolerable. So the sooner I get on testosterone from Hone Health, and it's all done virtually over the internet, and they mail it to me. The sooner I can get on testosterone replacement therapy and boost my testosterone, and start eating right and sleeping right here at the hotel with equipment to do that, supplies and equipment to eat right, sleep right. And then for sunlight, I'd like to do red light therapy. There's a portable red light therapy device that I'm going to need on the truck, and I'd like to have that here in the hotel room. And and then I guess I need to start getting outside during the day, but I can't really. I don't have a car, so I guess I can't really do that. But so the circadian rhythm is really being destroyed here. There is a light therapy lamp I can buy on Amazon that I was going to buy actually. So maybe I'll get that too, and just try to regulate my circadian rhythm and try to simulate the sun in this hotel room. So fix the lighting, fix the sleep, fix the diet, and then get on testosterone. And then I think that'll also clear up my thyroid issues. But I'm very sick. I'm the most unhealthiest I've ever been in my life by far. And everything's trending in the wrong direction. It's because I don't have control over anything. My father's controlling how I live here, and he's not even taking responsibility for that. So I didn't choose to be in this situation. So it's unless something changes, I'm gonna die. I feel like I'm gonna die. But I just feel horrible. But I'm starving here. I haven't eaten anything today. I ran out of food yesterday. I'm rationing drinking water, and this is just crazy. I didn't choose to live this way. I'm almost 39, or I'm almost 40. I'm just, why do I not control these aspects of my life? It's just one thing led to another. My insane family, and not being helpful, and then medically injured, and this is the life of someone whose life is totally out of control. My life's been totally out of control ever since my family made me homeless 10 years ago. And before that, it was barely under control, barely. And yeah, I just need to get control of my life. It does take money, and I just need the financing to order life-saving equipment and supplies so I can start recovering here, so I can be healthy enough to work 90 hours a week doing hard manual labor. Trucking is not like an office job. It's hard manual labor, steering a 80,000 pound vehicle down the highway, maneuvering that shit around tight corners and not hitting stuff. It's very stressful, very difficult, and very painful, especially when you have a broken tailbone, and which is totally fixable with money as well. Like I don't have a single problem that money doesn't solve. So how lucky am I, as far as I know? But yeah, I just feel terrible, and this is torture. This is being abused by my family. So they need to make a decision. Are they going to support me to go back trucking, or are they going to support me to get disability and or medically assisted self-ending is another option. And if I do have to get on disability, I will pursue medically assisted self-ending, because it's not a life worth living. So, or there's another option if they want to support me to go back to college, which would be the right thing to do. I just don't think they can afford it. It'd be about $200 or $300. It'd be about 200. It'd be about $250,000 to support me to go back, to support me to start my life over again in the correct way. So I have $250,000 worth of problems, and so I didn't choose to have these problems. thought I did everything correctly based on, you know, like whenever I was given the ability to make decisions, I always chose the most economical decision for my family. So I guess I had my family's financial standing as like a priority in my life. That's why I never took anything too seriously, because I like college or any career I did, because I realized um, I was just trying to like live in the moment, not plan for the future too far, because ambition was punished in my family. Ambition and long-term planning was also punished. That's why I just invested so much time and energy into a bunch of dead ends, like professionally, because I knew my real profession was technology, and I just never saw how to get the foundation to go to college and everything. So so yeah, I think the probably the I'm always trying to guess how much support I'm going to get from my family, and it's always a guessing game. It's usually like nothing. So, but if they can support me to just at least go back trucking, that would be probably the best choice at this point. But I can't go back trucking with this kind of pain because it's immobilizing. So, but yeah, if I get on testosterone, and then if you're watching this and you're a female and you're suffering from gadolinium pain, I think it's really bad for the liver to take ibuprofen and Tylenol. I think it's bad for the liver, the kidneys, or something. It's just not good. But I know if I was taking mast cell stabilizers and black seed oil, I know that would be a huge improvement. And then if I was eating a ketogenic diet, which is an ultra low inflammatory diet, basically or a Michaela Peterson Lion diet, that's ultra low inflammatory. Things that lower inflammation should theoretically lower pain as well. But yeah, this bone pain is crippling. It just feels like my legs are being. It feels like there's electrodes in my bones, and I'm being constantly electrocuted. And I never experienced this before gadolinium, and I've never experienced it this profoundly. As my testosterone dips, it's worse than ever. And I can only imagine what women go through, because they have very low testosterone compared to men. So, so yeah, I had to start chelating, pulling this shit out of my body, and thank God there's a doctor in Dallas that can do that for me. But he wants $1,700, and I would do anything right now to turn off this pain. I'm like, I am anti-cannabis, but I think this is a situation where cannabis would be beneficial, because we know cannabis helps with that. So I can't use cannabis because truckers get drug tested, or CBD I think is also something which is like I would look into. CBD and cannabis is something I would look into for this situation, because it is almost unbearable. I mean, I am in so much pain right now. But if I knew for a fact that I couldn't solve this, I would not want to be here anymore. Thank God we know that I can get chelation, and there's supplements from Amazon, quercetin, liposomal quercetin, and then a handful of other things. And then we know that low dose naltrexone should help with this, and testosterone. But yeah, I just wanted to document how much pain I'm in, and it doesn't need to be this way. And I'm definitely not going to be able to drive a truck like this, so I need to get control over these things, and thank God we know exactly what I need, and it's not a mystery, because I imagine there's probably a lot of people out there that can't connect the dots. They're in excruciating pain, and it's because they had an MRI 5 years ago. Like, that's crazy. And then how many fentanyl drug addicts are on the street because they're addicted to fentanyl, because they're trying to self-medicate with the only way they knew how. So so hopefully I'll get the support of my family to eat and get moved into the hotel, start cooking real food in the hotel, and then start getting real medication that can actually solve this, and real supplements and medication and start living healthy and managing these symptoms so that I can be a functional human being and not crippled in bed like a tortured animal.